It's Monday the 16th of June and we're back in store at Into Music, letting you guys follow us for a week to see what we get up to in store and on the road as an independent drum retailer here in the UK. So I can't not start the vlog and talk about this that we had delivered on Friday. This is the new British drum company Raven kit, which is a more affordable British made kit that they offer on the lineup. Still incredible build quality, made here in the UK. Cold press shells, all of the good stuff that BDC offer in a kit basically. We've been waiting on this for a little while. We've got some snare drums back in stock now as well. These are really popular snares. So yeah, we're going to try and do a standalone video on this to show you all the features, show you how good it sounds. But I couldn't start the vlog without mentioning that. Now I know Mondays can be a little bit boring when you're watching these vlogs because here in store it's all hands on deck to get all the orders out the door from the weekend, get back to all the inquiries and that sort of thing. So we're sort of heading the game to try and crack on and get ahead for the week. So I pre-planned, I thought ahead, and we filmed some highlight clips from last week when we weren't filming the weekly vlog to fill in on Monday and make it a little bit more entertaining of a start for you this week. So whilst we crack on and get some orders out the door, we'll roll the highlights from last week. Okay, you should know me by now, I can't sit still. I've taken a little walk around the shop and decided that this area needs some love and some attention. It looks horrible compared to everywhere else, which is just nice and polished and nicely laid out. So, hidden under this little Natal display is a stage deck, and it's not got any legs on it, it is just a deck on the floor just to give us a bit of a raised platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to rip all of these kits off, and I've got here 4 of the aluminium stage deck legs which I've dug out from the higher stock room, and we're going to raise this stage deck up by, I think they're like 2 foot maybe. So yeah, raise the stage deck up by 2 foot, which should give us a platform to stack some kits up a bit higher, and then give us like a 2-step so that we can stack some kits at the front as well. And hopefully increase just a little bit the amount of space we can store some of these pre-owned kits that we're running out of space for. So it's Thursday and we're kicking off the day pretty good with a Coliseum going out the door. This customer saw the video that me and Jamie made for YouTube and was sold straight away. So we've fitted an Evans Power Center reverse dot for him and an Evans Hazy 300 on the bottom. He's keeping the same 30 strand wire that comes with this as standard. And he's coming to collect this morning. So we've just got it all tuned up, boxed up, and hopefully he's gonna love it. I've just met with an amazing guy called Alan who travelled up to drop us off some flight cases. He watches the YouTube videos and he saw the counter that we made last week out of an old flight case that's been in my collection and reached out to me to say that he had some big flight cases that was in the way and he wanted to gift them to us to see what we can do to turn them into in-store displays and things like that. So he's just dropped off these amazing flight cases that we can use in store, and you know, when we're out doing pop-up stores and things like that, these are going to come in incredibly handy. So yeah, absolutely amazing. I cannot believe the generosity of that. So Alan is a guy, he has his own company that does events and things like that, so I'll tag it all on the screen. But if you're looking for events around us, he's only based in Peterborough, so it's only about an hour away from where our store is. Alan is the guy to hit up, so thank you very much. So I've just taken this in on a part exchange deal from a customer and I thought it needed a bit of a special mention because it's a very special snare drum. This is a British drum company limited edition, only 50 were made, and this is number 15, and it's called the Duke, and it's made from 3,000-year-old bog oak, handcrafted in Manchester in the factory. The tag itself is even made from the same bog oak, which is pretty cool. So we've got the certificate there. The customer that we took it from has never used it. It's still got the original BDC Remo head on it. Like I say, it's number 15. It's got the vintage style hoops and claws. It's a thin oak shell, to be fair, so I don't know if you can see in the camera there, but it's got re-rings, so it's a thin shell, sounds the part, looks the part, and yeah, just a really special piece to have in store. So we're going to get this one listed on the website. A day of deliveries continues. Sonor pallet just in. Hardware, vintage kit I believe, some other bits maybe as well. So yeah, once Ollie's finished in his meeting, we need to get this one unpackaged and these Mapex kits in as well. So here they are, two huge Mapex Saturns in exotic finishes. Me and Ollie are going to unbox these. We'll have a little competition. Who can build theirs the fastest? Let's go. Good afternoon guys, we have just finished unboxing two of the most stunning Mapex kits I think we've ever had. So these are both Saturn Evolutions and they're both in exotic finishes. Ollie, come and zoom in on this. This first one is a huge setup. So we've got an 8, a 10, a 12, a 16 and an absolutely monstrous 18-inch floor tom. So these are maple walnut hybrid shells. Halo mounts all the way around. And yeah, like I say, an exotic finish as well. So sound the part, look the part. Next to me here is the second one we unboxed. This is in a different finish, and this one has the brushed hardware, which really suits the finish of the drum. Again, maple hybrid walnut shells. This time in a 10, 12, 14, 16, and a 2218 as well. So both of these kits are going to hit the website this afternoon. So they're sort of one-offs really. They're not an off-the-shelf item. They're both quite unique setups. So yeah, go and check them out on the website. Okay, so we're going to get straight on it with Alan's cases because they're big and we need to get them housed ASAP. So we're going to start with this big one, and because we've got a lot of pop-up events coming up this year, my plan is to cut this one in half again, like we did the counter, to give us two cases that we can then insert slat wall into and use to hang all of our accessory product for these events and just roll them into the venue and we're all good to go. So let's get started on this project. Update on the counter as well. Harry next door has finished our 3D acrylic sign. So that's now attached to the front of the counter. That's all finished. We've added all our hardware for the iPad and things, and that's ready to go as well. So nice job.
Next order on my list is this Yamaha Tour Custom kit. So yeah, lovely kit going out. The customer wanted to add an extra 12-inch tom. So we're just waiting on that still, but in the meantime, I'm gonna get this sent out to him.
So a few of you on the video last time was asking who the lady was in the time lapse that we did when we was working on the laptops. This is my mum.
Hi.
So mum comes in and looks after the VAT and bookkeeping for us. So what are you up to?
So I'm just inputting all the invoices for May, and yeah, I try and keep all their books up to date, and
Basically keeps us in check, really, don't you?
yeah, I try to.
So it's Monday afternoon, and a quick update on the flight case that Alan dropped off for us last week. We didn't quite manage to cut it in half and get two cases out of the one, but we decided to make one good one instead. So we've reattached all the hardware, we've fitted some slat wall in there on the framework as well, and I put some LED strip in. So that what we can do is put some casters on this next, some wheels, and then we can roll this into the venue when we do our pop-up stores, and we can hook all of the product that we want to take with us inside here, preloaded, roll it out of the van into the venue, and we've got a nice counter and display area for our accessories. Quite proud of that one. So Ollie is in here doing a stock take on some Evans. Why are we stock taking Evans, Ollie?
We've got our tuning day coming up on Saturday with Ben from Daddario.
Nice.
It's one of the most popular days of the year in store, so we're just making sure we've got it all, everything ready to go, all different snare heads and yeah, sets for any full kits that will be done.
Yeah, I think we've got a pretty full schedule, haven't we, for Saturday?
Yeah.
So just need to make sure we've got the heads that we need, and then we're all good. Hey, so I know these vlogs are becoming a little bit of just deliveries in, stuff going out sort of thing, but that's pretty much what we do, isn't it? Stuff in, stuff out. We've just had a delivery, and most of this has come in from a customer that we've done a deal with who doesn't live close. So it just shows that if you can't come into store, we can still do part exchanges and stuff like that. We've got a courier that can come and collect all the bits from your house. So there's 3 snare drums here, so me and Ollie are going to get them unboxed. And then there's a Gretsch box, but I think it's only the bass drum to a kit that we're waiting for. So we'll see what's in it. So yeah, we're going to crack these open. So, first snare drum out of the box is this, and it's a Hive aluminium snare drum in seafoam green. Now, I saw these guys at the UK Drum Show a few years back. Didn't get a chance to say hi because obviously we're working there and it's so busy. But I've really wanted to get my hands on one of these snare drums ever since I see what they do, because they're incredible looking drums and sounding drums from what I've seen online. So, this is an aluminium shell, like I said, but it's 3mm and it's hand rolled by the guys at Hive, and then riveted at the seams. So if you look down the side here, I love this. I think that's a really nice touch. It's done very neatly on the inside as well. They use tube lugs, trick strainer, and these locks on the tuning rods, these are actually their locks as well, which are really cool. I like those. So this is a 14, 6.5, and I can't wait to see how this one sounds. We'll get it booked into stock and get it online. So next up is this, and it's a Ludwig Classic Maple concert snare. So this is finished in a mahogany veneer. It's got the really cool concert badge on it, die-cast hoops, and the P89 concert strainer, which has got 2 points of adjustment to allow you to really fine-tune this snare drum in. And they sound incredibly different to a normal snare drum, but I'm a big fan. We don't see them too often actually, so for one to come up second hand is quite rare. So again, we'll get this one booked into stock. And last up, something that I can't really tell you much about because I'm not an expert on marching snare drums, but we got offered this in the Part X deal, and we won't say no to anything as long as it's drum and percussion related. So I'm gonna have to do a bit of digging on this and educate myself, but this is a really cool looking pearl marching snare drum. G'day, it's Thursday. No, it's not. It's only been a day. Good day, it's Tuesday. I'm in nice and early in the store to get set up at my desk for auction bidding day. One of my favourite days of the week, as you know. So this morning, one of our biggest auction houses that we use to source pre-owned stock has their auction ending, so I sit and bid online, and then we go and collect at the end of the week, as you've seen before. So we'll see how this morning goes. There's a nice Tama Star Classic that I've got my eye on, and a few other bits, and obviously some random things that aren't drum related that will go on the project pile or the Jake's rubbish pile. Whilst the store was nice and quiet, I thought it would be the great opportunity just to chat about something that I thought we can't let this vlog go by this week without mentioning. So it's the sad news about PMT. Last week, one of the UK's biggest musical instrument retailers went into administration and shut all 12 stores across the UK. The staff's lost their jobs, and yeah, the news broke just randomly last week, and it was a massive shock. I have to admit, it really was a big shock, because although it seemed that the drum departments, or some of the drum departments, were dwindling over the last few years, they were still a huge company, and as a general music store, they did a lot of business here in the UK. So as a small independent retailer, and the new guy on the block as well especially, it does shake you a little bit when you hear news break like that, because over the last few months we've had so many. We've had GAC, we've had a few independents, we had backs, we had all sorts going, just disappearing. You know, as an independent, it does make you think a little bit, and you can't help but go down the rabbit hole slightly of, well, if the big guys can't do it, how can we do it, and stuff like that, and how are we going to make it work? Which, you know, I've quickly learned you definitely can't let yourself go down that thought track too much. But, you know, it has been cropping into my head, you know, over the last 7 days or so, because it's big news and it's a big hit to the industry. More so, I know quite a few guys who ran the drum departments for PMT, and they were incredible guys, so knowledgeable and massive assets to this industry that, you know, I just wish them all the best, and I really hope that they can find something to stay in the industry, because that would be one of the biggest losses, I think, to our community. So I think for me as well, PMT were such a huge bricks and mortar musical instrument retailer, and in the last 12 months, we've shifted our business efforts to put more focus into our bricks and mortar store here in Lincolnshire, and invested into the brands that we stock and the amount of stock that we have on the shop floor and the way the shop looks and the events that we put on here and things like that. So, you know, I think that's where, you know, your mind starts to wander as well. So yeah, I don't know. That was just me speaking out loud. I don't know if any of that made sense, but like I say, it's been on my mind for the last week or so. So it just needed to be said out loud, I think. So, but back on to Tuesday. We've got a good day today. Like I say, we've got a driver out collecting some pre-owned that's coming in, and Ollie's going to do some orders and auction day, and I'm going to leave early today as well because we're heading up to Hardcase in Chesterfield tomorrow to film a standalone YouTube video with the guys to give you guys a look around the factory and show you how the product's made as one of the last standing UK manufacturers in the industry, I guess. We're going to head up this evening because we're going to tie in a few personal errands as well whilst we're up that way. So we're going to stay overnight in a hotel, and then nice and early tomorrow morning we're going to head to the Hardcase factory. So I'm going to sit down now whilst watching the auction and plan the storyboard for the filming and pack all of our bits to make sure we've got everything we need camera wise and stuff like that, and we'll crack on and see what Tuesday has in store. So here's today's little haul of pre-owned gear that we've just purchased. So first up is this. It's a DW Collectors, but it's the Contemporary Classic badge. So this is basically a poplar core and mahogany inner and outer. Re-rings on the inside as well. We've got one of these at the minute in the twisted white finish. So we've now got two used. This is a nice finish though. It's like a blue, light blue oyster. And the good thing about this one is it's got the DW rail mount. So it really does look like a vintagey style kit, but obviously modern and contemporary. So it does what it says on the badge really. So yeah, we're gonna get that one booked in. This is a Ludwig Breakbeats kit, the little 16-inch bass drum kit. A Legacy HHX 22 Heavy Ride. That's a nice symbol, that, like that. And just a Stage Custom 14 6.5 steel. So little haul, some good gear there. I'm gonna get this booked into stock and photographed whilst Ollie continues with the orders. Next job on the list is to pack the Pelly case and make sure we've got all the camera gear and equipment we need to make the video with those guys in the factory. So that's what we're doing. So it's Tuesday afternoon now, and we've left Ollie at the shop, manning the fort, and I think he's had a good day so far. He sold a pre-owned kit and some cymbals and some other bits, so that's good. And we're in the car, we're heading to Chesterfield. We're going to go and check into a hotel this evening ahead of visiting the Hardcase factory tomorrow to film a YouTube video for you guys, a standalone video with Dave, Tom, Annie and the team. So yeah, we're buzzing for that. We're on the road, we'll be there in a couple of hours. Good morning, here we are, Hardcase in Chesterfield, ready for a day of filming for YouTube. Let's go. So our case has been in the oven for about 20 minutes, so it's now in its cooling process. And then
he says, I love your cases. He says, but half of mine have been stolen. This is why they were all black. She said, I didn't know which was mine.
So I've just wrapped up a really cool factory tour with Tom from Hardcase, and we've just followed the journey of this orange case, which is my favourite Hardcase colour. We've followed it all the way through the factory to show you from powder to case, and it's going to be a standalone video, and we're actually going to give it away to one of the subscribers to our YouTube channel. So watch out for that standalone video next week, and yeah, one of you guys could be taking home this orange Hardcase, which I did help make. I did some of the manufacturing process on this, believe it or not. So not telling you it's going to be the best one, but yeah, watch out for that. So there we have it, that's Wednesday. I raced back from Sheffield to the teaching studios to teach some lessons this evening, which I've just finished through here, and now I'm going home for a rest. Now, when I got to the teaching studio, I was greeted by this, which is a pile of Meinl deliveries. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of Meinl Byzants and some Sonic Energy stuff for customers. Now, luckily, our parcel force driver is a legend and knows that our store is closed on a Wednesday. So if he has anything on for us, he drops it here because he knows there'll always be someone in to take in the orders. So these got dropped here. My car's full, but we're out in the van early tomorrow morning anyway, collecting auction lots. So I'm going to swing by and pick these up so we can get back to Ollie and he can undo the orders, distribute what needs to go to customers, and work out what needs to head out on the shop floor. So that wraps up a very crazy Wednesday. I've been to Hardcase a few times. Obviously we was there today to film, but it was Ellie's first time at the factory, so I thought it would be a nice little roundup for the day to check in, see what you thought on your first trip.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive. Obviously, you've explained how it all works to me, but until you actually go there and see what happens, the process it goes to, it's just mind-blowing that it's quite a small factory realistically, and it's shipping worldwide, so many cases going out the door. It really is, and it's just such a nice thing to see being made in the UK. So many, like, they really make an effort to make sure everything as much as possible is sourced in the UK, supporting other UK manufacturers, and I just think that's great. And just the guys there were all awesome. Everybody working in the factory was just lovely. There's a real like family and community feel there that sometimes gets potentially lost in bigger corporate companies.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's just not that at all.
No. And they was even happy while we were there shoving cameras in their faces and trying to take over their
like, you
stations.
do that again but slower please.
Yeah, yeah, literally.
But yeah, no, we love Dave and Tom and the guys at Hardcase, and
We really do.
they always welcome us with open arms. And
Yeah.
couldn't do this segment without mentioning my own hard case. This is my pink hard case.
Handbag, Hardcase handbag.
It's got a little strap. It's very cute. Dave made this for me a couple of years ago, actually. He was like, "You need a pink one," and I was like, "Dave, I do." And this takes pride of place in my dressing room.
It does. It
But
really
yeah,
does.
but that just shows how kind and thoughtful the guys at Hardcase are. That
Just sums them up for sure.
even me, I have my own hard case. But yeah, they're great guys. Yeah, had a really good day, and it's really insightful. And even I feel like proud to be part of the community and the industry, and they welcome me in with open arms, even though I'm not a drummer and I know nothing about drums.
You know how Dr. Liston smells, though.
I do know.
And we forgot to do a smell test at the
Oh,
factory.
I should have done that.
I don't think you can swear. I'm going to have to bleep that out now.
Oh god. The cleaner that they were cleaning the cases with at the end smelled good, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think Dave's brother would have been too happy
We
about
missed a trick there. Gutted.
next time, guys. I mean, I could no cut that out.
Wow.
But yeah, overall, very good day at Hardcase.
Yes.
Thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Good.
And thanks again to Dave and the
Yeah.
guys there for letting me in.
Letting us intrude on the day. But for now, should we go to bed?
I am tired, I can't lie.
Let's go to bed. Catch you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Thursday and I've already been up in my high-vis to the auction, collected all the bits that we won on Tuesday and also those minor bits that you saw that got delivered to the teaching studio yesterday. I've just come back. We've had a huge delivery from Didario, Mapex, Protection Racket by the looks of it, so we need to get sorted through these. I think there's some kits here that need to go straight out the door to customers, so we'll have a chat with Ollie in a sec. I did have a look at our order sheet before I left and it looks like we're going to have a busy one with orders going out the door. So let's go and check in with Mr. Pinkett and see how he's been getting on whilst I've been on the road. Morning, boy.
Good morning.
How
How
we
are we
doing?
doing? Yeah, not bad.
Warm
not
enough
bad.
here?
Bit too warm, to be honest, but yeah, we'll be all right, I think.
Cool,
We'll be
cool.
all right.
How's your morning been?
Yeah, really busy. Just been doing a load of sort of normal orders. And then, yeah, just been getting these kits together, ready for different sales. I thought we'd just talk you through them.
Cool.
Yeah, so first of all, we've got a Yamaha Absolute Hybrid Maple. These things have been like gold dust for us recently. This is straight out, literally been delivered about half an hour ago. And we'll be leaving this straight away.
Yeah, we've done a lot of these, haven't we, recently?
A lot, yes. They've been flying, absolutely flying.
And this one's the polar white finish.
Yes,
Which is,
it is. Yeah.
stunning.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Cool. We've also got the used SQ1, which I'm going to get packed up and get that out. Just how we usually do sort of used kits. Really nice. Not been used much, that one at all. Really nice condition on that.
Still got a tag on it, look.
Yeah.
Gah.
And then yeah, Sonor Vintage. ordered that with a load of other bits as well. It all getting reskinned with Evans heads, and then we're going to get that, and I'm going to hand deliver that because it's a local one.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably today or tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the customer's taking this in full AAA protection racket as well.
Yeah.
So AAA protection racket, new heads, some hardware bits as well.
Yeah.
This is like the new teak semi-gloss finish that they brought out back end of last year, I think. Oh, and the customer's actually added a 10-inch tom to this as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We've got that.
It is,
that came in for him. So he's going to have it as a 20, 10, 12, 14, and obviously the free snare drum, which is on all the deals with the vintages at the minute. So, so 3 amazing kits going out.
Busy, busy.
Busy, busy. Loads of deliveries due today as well, so we best crack on.
Yeah, nice. You okay in there?
So next job is this Gretsch Renown, which is on our hire stock, is going out to a customer this weekend for an event that they've got. We need to pull together some hardware, a snare drum and some cymbals for them, so they've got a complete setup for their event. So I'm going to get this packed up so that it can go out with our courier, and Ollie's going to start on the SQ1. Let's go. So goods in pile just keeps on growing nearly at the roof, and we've got a pile of goods going out, so the kits and all of our other orders at the back there as well. So these are all packaged, ready to go. We now just need to process this pile and check it all into stock. So a quick update on what's been going on in store. We've had a few visitors today, some more Rahimas and a few accessory bits, a nice snare drum, and our second Yamaha DTX6 mesh kit has gone of the week. So we had the new kit set up here on display. We sold a boxed one over the weekend, and we've now just sold the one that we had on demo as well. So we've been hammered with inquiries on email and phone call about these new kits because they are just phenomenal. And yeah, both have sold now. So if you're thinking about it, I think the next drop is due to land in the UK in August, and it's going to be limited again, so we'll only probably get a couple. So if you're thinking about it and you want to put a deposit down on one that we're getting in August, give us a call, we'll have a chat and explain the process, but I don't think they're going to hang around long when they come in. We took in this Roland TD4 as a Part X against the Yamaha mesh, so that's one upgrade there. And we also took in this morning, which is a Zildjian K Custom Special Dry Ride 21. And the customer hasn't had it for too long, it just wasn't what he was looking for. It is super dry, but I think it's quite a nice cymbal actually. So yeah, we're going to get this checked in, the Roland checked in, and a few other little bits that's hanging around waiting to be listed on the website. And whilst I'm doing that, Ollie's going to crack on with prepping the Vintage Series teak semi-gloss with the new heads ready to get out to the customer. So it's just gone 6 o'clock. We've just been wrapping up some final little tasks here at the shop, and the last thing I wanted to do was unbox this Gretsch. You saw us get the bass drum in at the beginning of the week. Well, the floor tom and the 12-inch have arrived now, and this is going to be heading out on the Gretsch display first thing tomorrow morning. So this is Gretsch Brooklyn. It's a 12x8, 14-14, and an 18-14. So it's a lovely little bop kit. And it's in the deep marine black pearl, which I don't know if it's going to show up on camera very well, but is an absolutely stunning finish. Bass drum mounted tom, 302 hoops. What isn't there to love? That is just a cracking little kit. So yeah, we're gonna get some photos on this properly tomorrow, get it on the display, get it online. But for today, that is it. Good morning. What a start to the morning. Since we got here, pallet delivery in containing this absolute beauty. This is a Sonor SQ2, the latest one that we're dropping on the shop floor. So this isn't for a customer. This is going to be available on the website as of this afternoon. And it is an African marble with a red burst over it. But something special about this one, come in closer and have a look at this. The inner veneer, I don't know if you'll see it better on the tom or the floor, is actually an African marble in a veneer as well. So you've got African marble on the outside, African marble on the inside. So you've got to be a clear head player really to have this kit, so you can admire the absolutely beautiful inner and outer. So this is a medium maple shell, custom spec. Let's have a listen, see how it sounds. So I've also just unboxed these two snare drums. So these are two that's come into us to be sold for cash. So the customer contacted us, we offered him a provisional price, he sent them up via courier, and we've checked them over and bank transferred him the money. So nice easy way for you guys to be able to sell us your drums. But this is an SJC, and it's a custom model, acrylic clear, 14x7. It's got the trick throw. It's a really nice thick acrylic shell actually, as you can see. Yeah, big fan of that one. This is a British made drum. This is a brand called Primus, and this is an ash stave. So as you can see, it's really, really well made here in the UK. Nice throw, pure sound wires, and a nice green, I think it's like a Tamo ash veneer on the outside as well to make it look really, really nice. So yeah, both of these drums are gonna get listed along with this beauty, and then we're gonna crack on with Friday. Good afternoon, it's Friday, it's 4:30, and I am so sorry about the lack of content today. My whole day has just been a write-off, unfortunately. I had so much planned to show you on the vlog, and I was happy to be in store for a full day without any interruptions, and we could crack on and show you some cool stuff, but it just hasn't gone that way, unfortunately. So long story short, that hire kit that you saw me shipping out yesterday for a hire job this weekend, obviously it was couriered down to the client, and basically the courier has lost the bass drum for the kit. So yeah, it has been a quick scramble to try and sort out that issue basically, which isn't easy because the festival's 5 hours away from the store, and Ollie's already out this afternoon delivering kits to local customers and things like that. So yeah, it's been an afternoon to try and sort out that issue. We had to call on a few friends and obviously run the store as well. So yeah, I'm really sorry. But however, let's bring the mood back up a little bit, because look at this. Our good friend Ben from Didario, Evans Heads and ProMark Sticks, has been in and he's all set up because we have got a tuning day tomorrow. So both me and Ollie are going to be in store tomorrow. We've got a full schedule of people bringing in their snare drums to be reheaded and gain all the knowledge from the tuning expert that is Ben from Evans. There's some new products to show as well, which is cool. And yeah, so it's going to be a really, really good day. These events are always well attended, and everyone just has a really good time learning about tuning their drums. So that is a good, positive thing. Ben's just gone to check in at his hotel, and then we'll be able to check in with him tomorrow and show you what happens at a tuning day in store. So we found a home for the BDC Raven on our makeshift BDC display, and I just wanted to talk about this head. Look how cool that is. So it's like a fibre skin, but black basically, which just looks great on the kit because it's such like a stealthy black, all black looking kit that, yeah, that head just finishes it off. But yeah, these are super awesome. We still haven't managed to find time to do a standalone video yet, but we're definitely going to do one, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, come down and check it out in store. We can lift it off the display and you're more than welcome to try it out and see what you think. But yeah, it's here if you want to come and see it. So I've raided the shop skittle machine to help cheer me up at the end of the day. Between me and drum teacher Joe, we must go through a lot of skittles out of that machine. So some good news to finish Friday on. I've just been going through emails that have come in this afternoon and just tying up some things for the rest of the day. But a customer that we've been talking to for a little while, who's been umming and ahhing over the new Ludwig stainless steel kit, which is the limited run for this year, has decided to pull the plug, and deposit has gone down. The order's gone in with the factory, and we've ordered him a stainless steel in ZEP sizes. So the order's gone in with the factory. I think we should take delivery around about October time, which is pretty good for a custom ordered kit. So yeah, Ludwig are pretty on the ball with that. But yeah, if you are interested, we can get a price to you. They're only doing them for this year. And there will be a cut-off point because, like I say, production has to finish at the end of the year, as far as I know. So there will be a cut-off point to get in the queue for one. So if you fancy your own Bonham Zepp stainless steel kit, hit us up. We can give you a price and talk you through how that works. So I'm going to finish up on emails. Ollie's working away behind me, stacking up the Remo display. How's it going?
Yeah, good.
Good. And yeah, that's going to be us for Friday. So we'll catch you in the morning, hopefully for a better day. So it's Saturday morning, and you don't usually get to see a Saturday in these vlogs, but me and Ollie are both grafting today because Ben is here for a tuning day in store. This is one of our most popular events of the year, so we've got a busy schedule of people bringing in their snare drums to be tuned by the expert. So yeah, we'll take you through the day, show you what comes through.
By adding that centre dot, it just gives it a little bit more mass, which thickens it up. And on an aluminium shell, that'll sound banging. But for this particular drum, you just want that extra bit of warmth to it. So now it's gone really dry just by dialing in those last bits.
So there we go, we're locking the doors on another week at Intermusic's store. I'm filming this outro on my phone because me and Ben have just spent the last hour recording some videos for YouTube. So the camera is full of good tuning video content to give you some hints and tips on dialing in your snare drum tone and which head choices to use and all of that sort of good stuff. So watch out for that video in the next few weeks, also dropping on our YouTube channel. But for now, I'm going to lock up, I'm going to head home and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you so much again for watching the whole video if you've got this far. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.